Are you on live?
Yeah, you're live.
So that's, I think we all need hardness. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to let everybody know if you're in this stream, you are on the stream. The stream.
Under the streaming?
Well, you know, it's streaming.
Sound and. Sorry?
I can turn the sound down.
Wow, so good to see you. You too.
Did you? And Randy? Same as always.
Yeah, just being Randy.
Well, I don't know if he's flying. But, he's very. Oh, pictures? Oh, cool. He's refining his business.
Hi everyone, we'll start in maybe 10 or 15 minutes. We're still waiting for everybody to arrive.
You know what I didn't have? The picture of Eleanor the 50th, we all had signs and she came in on the helicopter over the cottage and we had happy 50.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You have that picture?
Somewhere, I've gotta find it. If I find it, I will.
Yeah. Do you know the Forever Misses site? Do you have that link? Because we have both pictures in there. Yeah. Not the obituary, not the legacy. No, anything else. Maybe you watch the Forever Misses, you can send that to
Oh, yeah. And the frogs. Capture.
Yes, I remember that, yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. I don't know this position. Actually, I know you from Washington. Okay. Yeah, that was out of luck though.
Yeah.
Only 50 years.
Oh, yeah. I think, but I was in the lower grades. They're a little bit older than me. I'm 63.
Okay, yeah, so you would
No, I knew, Catherine, yes. Yeah. But you were in the same grades with the Armstrongs?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Frog. You mean Frog? Yes. I went out to the younger brother, Mark. Linda's dead.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a picture of you in the yearbook I have, sitting on the stage. And, yeah. 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 Small.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
I'm Debbie McLean. So yeah, 'cause I smacked you. She was a good friend. I think I knew your brother too.
I know.
Ron. Yeah, 'cause he's a year older.
I know.
That's good thinking.
Oh, yeah.
You play in a band too, or? Yes. In that basement. Yeah. Oh, friends. Oh, it's a great business. Yeah.
Youngest.
She, Elaine,
Yeah.
she just had one little girl raising Yoshina. Yeah. Yeah. What's her name, Rosie? Roisin. We call her Raisin because the way it's spelled, you know, the Irish.
We're not less particularly, we kind of left around. A couple of years after high school, we got to mom and never really,
Yeah.
way went back, yeah,
Yeah.
so.
It was nice to meet
Yes, your cabin.
Yeah, we were there before the
That's nice.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh, we still waiting on a lot of girls. Do they have any boys? Then Eleanor's got girls. What about you, Randy? Did you have children? Okay.
All girls.
Yeah, make sure. Yours is college.
which is the reason.
What is it? Yeah. Is that the same cabinet as the one I stayed in?
Yes.
I have pictures there of it. I love that place. They kidnapped me when I was 40 and took me for the weekend. So we had a weekend away with just the cabinets and the girls, yeah. And we had, actually I didn't bring yours down, I can take some pictures. Yeah, girls weekend away, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And, actually, big truck, Nancy, yeah, but it was fun. It was nice.
So, I mean, it worked, you know.
Yeah, there's the cabin.
Made a lot of money, just kept busy, raised our girls. We haven't said hello, I might
Peter, my husband.
Oh, yeah.
He never went to West Collegiate, but he knows
Wow.
rock. Oh,
Yeah, wow. Is Paul still
Oh,
here?
he is, and he and his son, they jam quite a bit. He, of all things, Paul goes in and sets up and organizes UPS factories, or whatever they call them, stations.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he sort of runs them until the next one needs to be built, and then he is on to that.
Wow.
Who would have thought that he would hit mainstream?
Not ever.
No.
Yeah. And then there was Paul.
Yeah, so he's a principal of school. I think he's retired now. Ryan.
The funniest.
Ryan is this, yeah. Ryan is a rebel. Yeah. She was. She's still alive.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, her.
She put up with so much for all
She
these
was
years.
so laid back. Oh, listen, there's parties going on in the basement.
They live
They
the
live
record.
Tika.
Yeah, like on the
Linda once told the math teacher she had to take 2 buses to get to school, that's why she was late. Teacher gave her a break until halfway through and realized she left right. No, right across the street. You went out the door and you were at the store.
Farms and
Yeah, I'm on Roosevelt and Colonel Bowers.
so I kind of grew up pretty impressed with that. We were pretty young or something. They sold this, but rented it once and walked through. Yeah, she's sort of music coffee bands, like yeah, and I heard I played the bands.
Hi, Dad. Happy birthday to you.
Between the other people.
It was not a screensaver.
Same brother. She's outside. That's so cool. This before the her mistake happened. She's like, this is hard. Well, the people heard this. You know, this is hard. So they came out. They used to do this as a family, but it would be a 12-hour hike to the pond. Stuck out there for sure. Very nice. That's where that is 1972. Oh, sure. Yeah. It's a friend. So that one right there. Yeah. West Coast Trail. Yeah, they almost from the average. I didn't find other pictures, but I'm pretty sure.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Corey.
How's it going? So I guess I'm organizing this stuff today. Yeah, welcome. Glad you could be here. So just to let you know, we are live streaming. Kelly couldn't join us today, among a few others. Ron, I think, is also watching. Eleanor's brother, for those of you who don't know. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I know with our current situation of coming out of the pandemic, it's always a little bit harder to gather, and I'm glad we could all remember today. Uncle Jim, can you take off this?
Hi, my name's Jim, and one of Eleanor's three favorite brothers. Eleanor was number 3 of 6, I'm number 5 of 6. All is not lost. Eleanor lives on in her memories, in letters, in texts, and in pictures of events with her. Everyone here will have stories of Eleanor. She was inspiring, creative, dynamic, and provocative. She was a joker and mischievous. On April Fool's Day in elementary school, Elle bent a finishing nail around her finger. She then covered her finger with gauze and iodine and bandaged it up. It looked like a nail went straight through her finger. She told anyone who asked the doctors would have to operate later. When we were living at the farm in Mission, she snapped. when we were living at the farm in Mission, she snapped a picture of a skinny 11-year-old Rick. She tricked him into trying to touch the top of the bedroom door. Rick was ready for bed. He wore Dad's droopy, oversized underwear because he had run out of clean undies. Eleanor had to hold back her laughter as she took the picture. At 16, Eleanor was quite muscular and would pin Rick or myself face up on the floor and let a string of saliva come out of her mouth. It would have landed in our mouths, except she sucked it back up like a yo-yo. Except sometimes the yo-yo was broken, and Rick and I were left screaming and gagging at the same time. Mom and Dad would travel sometimes, and we would need a ride to the Vancouver airport. As usual, my dad was eager to get going and told Eleanor, "I want to get to the airport early to pick my seat." Eleanor just looked at him and laughed. Our sisters moved from Mission to Toronto when I was about 16. A couple of years later, the three brothers drove out to visit three sisters. One evening, near the end of the visit, Rick massaged Al's feet, and in exchange, she would give him a foot massage. The evening got late. Al was tired after such a relaxing massage from Rick, so she promised Rick a foot massage later, but we were leaving for Mission the next day. Fast forward a couple of years. Fast forward a couple of years to our next brother's trip to Toronto. Rick asked Al for his foot massage. Rick sat on the couch, put a size 12 foot on Al's lap, reclined back into the pillow, closed his eyes, and relaxed. After 10 minutes, the massage stopped. Rick nonchalantly put his other size 12 foot on her lap. Nothing happened. He opened his eyes, and Al said, "I said I would give you a foot massage." And she had. We will remember Eleanor for her mischievous pranks and fun-loving spirit. Our mom enjoyed writing letters. She also enjoyed receiving letters. When Al wrote letters, they were colorful stories, jokes, words deliberately misspelled. Mom would read and reread Eleanor's letters to others. Jokes, hand-drawn colored pictures, and I'd like to share a few with you. And the first one is Ma-in-law's lasagna. It feeds a dozen animals. Another one, Ma-in-law's cheese souffle feeds 2 to 3 animals. Benita's bean salad, and that was my older brother's sister-in-law. A good recipe for a gas shortage. Here we go with the beans. Poof. 1 can cut green beans, 1 can cut yellow wax beans, 1 can red kidney beans. Drain and place in a large bowl. Add 1 chopped green pepper, 1 sliced onion, Spanish. Mix 3/4 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon salt, no slugs, 1/2 teaspoon pepper, 1/3 cup oil, not 10-30 weight, 2/3 cup vinegar. Pour over other ingredients, say a prayer, and refrigerate overnight. Another recipe, my brownies. Creating zits and fits. 3/4 cup flour, 1/4 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup margarine, 1 cup sugar, 2 eggs beaten up, 2 squares unsweetened chocolate, 3/4 cup chopped nuts. Sift flour, sift together first 3 ingredients, cream shortening, sugar, eggs, and chocolate, stirring with flour, flouring with nuts, turn into a grease pan 8 inches by 8 inches by 2 miles. Bake at 350, 30 to 35 minutes, gobble up, don't share them. And last one, Al's chocolate cake, quick method. It's gotta be quick, it's gotta be thick, pick and lick, 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 till I'm good and sick. Al was compassionate. She gave herself to many people. After Kelly was injured, she devoted herself to Kelly's recovery, reading up on and pursuing the latest treatments. She rarely took no for an answer. Al cared deeply for all 3 of her daughters. When Leslie was living in our house and then our neighborhood for a while, Al wrote us a letter. Thanks for taking care of my baby. She was a mother hen to all 3. Al tried to keep her protective wings over all 3 chicks. In Aurelia, Eleanor would hand out food or cash and give rides to those who she saw had needs. She treasured her neighbors and would help when she could. Often, her neighbors would help her with house and yard projects. Al loved and was loved. She trusted people and saw the good in them. Eleanor will be remembered in her letters we've received, in pictures we have of her, in individual memories, and in our collective memories. She's not gone. Each of her daughters carries an attribute, a mischievous nature, an adventurous spirit, a characteristic, a physical feature, Al's smile, a frown, the way she walked or talked or stood. If anyone wants to know what Al was like, visit with Kelly, Corey, or Leslie. All is not lost. Eleanor was born May 1st, 1956, but her life actually began sometime in August 1955 when she was conceived by Henry and Anne Adrian, and the Creator breathed into her life. At an early age, Eleanor attended Pioneer Girls Club and memorized Bible verses for contests. In elementary school, other kids would tease her about her Christian faith. Eleanor would challenge them with lively debate, which would sometimes end in a chase. And by the way, when she was in grade 7, she was the fastest runner in the 100-yard dash. Both boys and girls lined up on the starting line. Eleanor knew her Creator and was held securely in his hand. Later in life, Eleanor questioned her Creator. He did not seem fair. If he was in control, why do people go hungry? Why are there diseases? Why does he allow accidents to happen? And most of all, why doesn't he heal broken hearts? Eleanor had intense requests and prayers to God, her times of need and struggles. She would tell her friends and family how God gave her direction through signs. She would see answers in numbers or people would give her wise advice and encouragement. Eleanor looked often to spiritual explanation for day-to-day life. Eleanor's body began to fail her later in life. Eleanor's body began to fail her later in life. She went from a robust, creative mom to having ailments, then an irritated throat that made her talking and walking almost impossible. Unfortunately, she suffered a stroke. She became bedridden. However, her mind and spirit struggled with her body. She wanted to stay for her girls, but she was trapped in her failing body and her bed. 2 Corinthians 5, 2-5 says, "Meanwhile, we groan, longing to be clothed in our heavenly dwelling. Because we are clothed, we will not be found, when we are clothed, we will not be found naked. For while we are in this tent, we groan and are burdened, because we do not wish to be unclothed, but clothed with our heavenly dwelling, so that what is mortal may be swallowed up by life. Now it is God who made us for this very purpose and gave us this Spirit as a deposit, guaranteeing what is to come. In 2 Samuel chapters 11 to 12, there's an account of King David committing adultery with Bathsheba. 9 months later, Bathsheba gave birth to their son. The infant son became ill because of King David's sin for 7 days. King David fasted and prayed to God for his son's recovery, but the infant still died. Then in 2 Samuel 12:20 it says, Then David got up from the ground. After he had washed, put on lotions, and changed his clothes, he went into the house of the Lord and worshipped. Then he went to his house, and at his request they served him food, and he ate. His servants asked him, Why are you acting this way? While the child was alive, you fasted and wept, and now that your child is dead, you get up and eat. He answered, While the child was still alive, I fasted and wept. I thought, who knows? The Lord may be gracious to me and let the child live. But now that he is dead, why should I fast? Can I bring him back? I will go to him, but he will not return to me. Eleanor cannot come to us, but one day I will go see her. All is not lost. Rick, just come by, we're going to see sometimes. Who's here?
So we have this kind of a gathering planned for up here today. It would be most of us siblings up here singing a few songs that Eleanor, hymns that Eleanor enjoyed. But this morning we all got together and we did a COVID test, and some of us were positive. So as a result, they're going to stay back here, and now you're stuck with me and Jim. So joke's on you. This first song that Jim's going to sing with me, it's actually a hymn, and Heather was going to introduce it. When Eleanor was going through her dialysis and she was having a hard time towards the end getting through her sessions, and she was, I think, on day 23 or something like that, and she wasn't making it through anymore. She was running into problems, and you know, she would say to Heather, I just want to go home. I want to go back to the farm. I want to go see mom and dad. So, Heather asked her, she said, she got her phone out, she said, what would you like me to play for you as you go into dialysis? And she said, In the Sweet By and By. And like on a personal note, I remember when we were younger, I was late teens, Eleanor was, you know, early 20s, and sometimes she'd be home for a spell and we'd be driving in the car, and sometimes she would carry harmonica, and out of nowhere she just pulled it out and she started playing hymns, and she would play it, and she'd always play it at kind of a quick tempo, so I could try and keep up. I played it a few times and over again. It lasted a little while, and sometimes I can almost hear her playing the harmonica in the background, laughing at me because I'm not playing it fast enough probably. But it's a hymn that she really enjoyed, and so I'm just bear with me for a minute. I'm just gonna. This guitar has not been tuned for a while. I think I've got it tamed a little bit. I hope. I'm just gonna. Okay, just check it out. So I think everybody's got words. If you feel like joining in, singing along, by all means, please do. There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar. For the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. We shall sing on that beautiful shore the melodious songs of the blessed, and our spirit shall sorrow no more. Not a sigh for the blessings of rest. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. To our bountiful Father above, we will offer a tribute of praise for the glorious gift of His love and the blessings that follow our days. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. And the next hymn, sort of a shorter version of course, the hymn Eleanor really loved, Amazing Grace, and of course sung at a lot of memorials and funerals. So once again, you have music. If you want to join in, please do. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
And she picked up your grandma, she picked up Mark Whelan, and she picked up my mom, myself, and we drove to Eleanor's favorite coffee shop called the Yellow Cup Cafe. Yellow makes me smile. And that's the other thing about Eleanor. She always made you feel so special. She remembered things about you so that you felt almost like you were the center of Eleanor's universe. And I'm sure you all feel that way because she treated everyone so special. And she remembered my favorite color was yellow. So how fitting is that? There was one day that Eleanor drove up from the cottage and she had this huge piece of driftwood in the van. And she got out of the van, she was carrying this huge piece of driftwood, knocked on our door and she goes, "Do you want it?" I want, yeah, I'll find a place for that. And that is in our, kind of going upstairs to the second floor. It just kind of goes along perpendicular to the stairs. Looks beautiful. Makes me think of Eleanor all the time. And just one more little story about Eleanor. We were out for dinner one night, and I was kind of admiring some of the pictures on the wall in the restaurant. And Eleanor said, "You know what? We need that picture in our booth." She went and she took that picture off the wall in the restaurant and put it in our booth. She was a character. She was lots of fun. Anyways, lots of memories, and thank you, Eleanor, for some wonderful memories. Miss you lots.
Turn off the face recognition.
So unplanned. Eleanor, I spent I'm her brother-in-law, Mike. I spent so many dinners, days, times with Eleanor. When you girls were so small, when our girls were so small. And not always happy times. I think it was family related, really, just looking at it in retrospect. But sometimes very joyous. Eleanor was an obviously extremely caring person. And don't know about the ever after, but I will say that the world has lost one of the most just sort of generally creative, alive people that I have ever met in my life. So for both you girls and Kelly and your Eleanor's siblings, so wonderful you're here. I'm sorry, terribly sorry that you have lost Eleanor. She left too soon.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, Verna's daughter. Verna was Eleanor's older sister, and my mom asked me to read some words on her behalf. My dear sister Elle, I have loved you so very much and always will. You were a good sister to me and the rest of us kids. You were always full of laughs and jokes and adventures, and you always made Mom and Dad feel so special with your gifts of artwork, crafts, and thoughtful items. I think the most wonderful thing about you is that you lived large. By that I mean that you embraced each day and lived it to its fullest. There are so many memories of you that come dancing into my mind. Here are just a few. You as a teenager riding bareback on your big horse Chico on the mission farm. You would just lean back across his big warm back and watch the blue sky and clouds as Chico nibbled on grass. Memories of you as a 5-year-old making plastic bead necklaces and sitting on those great and stringing on those great rainbow colors. Your love of hula hoops and doing cartwheels. You buying your brother their actual first pair of blue jeans so they didn't have to wear those polyester slacks to school. Happy memories of you at the house, in Downs View, setting up an Easter egg hunt for Nita and Lisa. They were so cute and excited, running around with their Easter baskets. You were always so socially minded. You loved Sunday school, pioneer girls, and excelled in sports in school. Later in life, you helped school teachers with classroom crafts when Kelly, Corey, and Leslie were in school. You also did crafts in the park and many other volunteer projects. You loved your daughters and wanted them to do well. You took pride in their achievements. You contributed many interesting articles to the Prairie Sun Beacon. Some of those articles displayed on panels Leslie set up over here today. You knew your own mind and always did what you believed was right. You were always there for family and friends. As you grew more ill, you remained strong in character. You never felt sorry for yourself. The nurses and caregivers liked you and would share laughs and stories. You looked forward to regular visits with Heather, Kevin, Corey, and Leslie, plus the occasional visit from your Western clan. I was always glad to do it when I do a phone call visiting and I could hear all the voices there. Well, my dear sister, you were in a better place where angels dwell, but I will always hold you dear in my heart, for you are part of me. I will always love you until we meet again. We love you all.
Anybody else that wants to share?
Well, a lot of the stuff I was gonna say about Elle has already been said, but I'm just gonna add a few things. So, important. Anyway, Elle was always full of adventure, full of energy, and she always told me, she always reminded me through my entire time with her, she would remind me probably about every second visit. She would say, you know, I remember when they brought you home from the hospital when you were born. It was kind of like a one-upper. And I would come through Toronto, at work and that sort of thing, and I would have a layover here. And I'd give her a call, and she'd always be, she'd say, well, I'm gonna come by, gonna pick you up, we're gonna go down to Jane's Garden, we're gonna go for a walk, and then we go for a walk and have a coffee and just talk about the farm and, folks and how everybody was doing and just have a really good time together. But I had to be careful because she was always trying to play tricks on me. So if I lost my concentration and I walked in front of the car with her in it, she would honk a horn like, doing it. Anyway, she was always doing stuff like that, trying to play a trick on you. So you had to be on your toes. And before they ever had, I think, human resource departments and the term human resources was ever invented, Elle had that all figured out. Because I remember when I don't think I was grade 3 yet. We were still living in Port Coquitlam, and we were going to an elementary school there, Cedar Drive Elementary, and Eleanor was she would have been grade 6 or 7, I might have been maybe even grade 2, might have been grade 1, I can't quite remember. But on the side of the school by the gymnasium, they had a huge sandbox. And me and my little friend Danny, we liked to play in that sandbox. And I still remember to this day, just like it was yesterday, me and Danny are playing in the sandbox, and this group of kids is running at us probably 25 deep, spread out, and they're yelling stampede. And they ran right through the sandbox, kicked up sand. Me and Danny had a sand bath. We were, I had to clean the sand out of our eyes and spit it out of our mouths and that sort of thing. And about 5 minutes later, stampede's coming again. Who's leading the stampede? Eleanor. Yelling stampede, and all these kids, it's bigger now. So by that time we got up and we just started running, we joined in. But she knew how to organize people and how to organize fun events. How to organize fun events. Later on, when we moved to Mission, Sunday afternoon, Eleanor was famous for getting on the phone, the old landline, and she would have a group of hikers lined up. Within 15 minutes, she would have 7 or 10 people lined up to go on a hike in the afternoon. the energy that she brought. And that wasn't just when she was younger, that just went all through the years. Later on, visits up to Perry Sound, to the cottage, nice walks around there, and I miss her. You know, and she cared about everybody, even distant relatives. She'd always check in and see how they were doing, but she didn't believe in technology as far as emails and texting and that thing. She had a thing that she called snail mail, kind of a phrase now. But her mail, it was always really colorful. You know, if she had in her writing a cause to put down an note for Ontario, there was always a happy face in there, and it was genuinely to the person, tailored to the person who she was writing to. And as was mentioned before, my mother, when I was still living at home, and she had Eleanor's letters arrive, she would sometimes pull them out when she had her friends show up, and they would read them for entertainment. They would laugh at the table while they were having tea, and relatives and that sort of thing. She would bring out Eleanor's letters just for entertainment, for a joke. So I'm going to miss you, Eleanor, and I'm just going to say, you've slipped the surly bonds of earth. Rest well, my sister, free from your pain, and the arms of our Lord.
Okay. I think that might be it for this time. Thank you everybody who shared. We have butterflies. So Kelly sent up some butterflies, and we're going to do a butterfly release for Mom. So if everybody could make their way out into the parking lot, and if the siblings and Leslie and Carolyn and Mike, if you want to grab a butterfly, take a butterfly, and we'll do a release outside.
There's a bunch in there. Really small one.
Yeah, everybody's gonna take one and we'll
Let's see.
For the people watching on the stream, there will be a short pause as we transfer to my cell phone to watch the stuff outside.
Whatever the animals decide.
In other words, do you get a bunch of people to open all the...
So if all the family could take, maybe Verna is not the best one to hand it out. Take the box from you, Verna. Yeah, I don't really want you to hand out the butterflies to everybody.
Corey, take a deal with who gets there's 20 in there.
Okay.
Just
So
to
can you
hold
give
the
them
box
to
up
Jim?
for you.
Can you hold this?
I'll hold this.
This is
Okay.
streaming live.
Okay. And Jim and Rick and you and Leslie and Jen. Tell them not to open them. Instructions? Jim has instructions.
Yeah.
Your dad?
The instructions for the butterflies are that Jim is going to say, over here, Mark, Jim is going to say a few words, and Rick's going to be playing the guitar, and we're going to stream this. And so while Rick is playing the guitar and Jim is saying a few words, when you look at your butterfly package, you will see little openings. Don't open them yet. You will see little openings at the top of the box, and just gently breathe your warm air in there to wake these butterflies up. They've been dormant in the fridge. Open that up after Jim's finished his words. I'll let someone else. You may see. You finish reading, you can maybe read your butterflies now.
Kelly, Eleanor's eldest daughter, couldn't be here with us today. However, she sent us a living memory of the mom she loved and knew so well. Kelly arranged for a dozen monarch butterflies to be set free here today. Elle always admired the beautiful colors and the carefree movements of the monarch. As I said earlier, Eleanor came into being when she was conceived by Henry and Anne Adrian, and the Creator breathed life into her. In a similar way, with the warmth of your breath, and you are waking up the butterflies. These monarchs, butterflies, will likely join the congregation of other monarchs on the shores of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Here they will feed on flowers and rest for their long migration to central Mexico. Like enjoyed freedom, and like the monarch is attracted to beautiful flowers, one of the colorful characteristics she displayed. She displayed for others to see. Like the monarch, she was beautiful. Here, her very nature compelled her to always consider family, friends, and of course, her dogs. Her definition of friends included strangers she met along the way. She was a free spirit and loved others, and others loved her.
Or do you blow in the air hole?
Is everybody ready? Warmed your butterfly up? Can you hear it? If anyone could record this, that would be great. Oh, this one going.
Where is it? Point?
They take a few minutes to wake up. They'll
Okay.
poke their little heads and they'll look around.
There they are.
There it is, Peter.
I see them. They're everywhere.
Resting on our car.
He likes you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Art doesn't want to leave.
You're welcome.
You'll figure it out.
Everyone just bumped up.
Daddy, could you take a picture of it?
Debbie?
This is streaming. You can take a picture. You might want to take a picture.
Debbie, unlock the door.
I think yours is one.
We're stand here so we're distant.
Isn't he pretty?
Don't step on it.
Come here.
That one's having a little trouble.
Can you take a picture of me?
This one's lazy.
Oh.
I lost one.
Say lovey.
And they'll spread their wings, and the sun will burn some of the meconium off their wings, and they'll stretch their wings more.
That one's
Warm up
flying
and
away.
Find a dark spot to
I don't know
hide
if you can see it.
before they take off. That's what they're doing now.
Okay.
I got that.
Um,
Just thinking about it.
Right, you.
I made a mistake. We have to go back inside. I forgot to show the slideshow. Jolene wore the right dress today. Her butterfly dress.
You'll fall off the car.
It's your new friend. All right, thank you very much, everybody. I did make a mistake in the order of events. I forgot to show you the slideshow we put together. So if everybody would like to go back in, take their seats, and then after we'll have some refreshments. Okay. Okay.
Nice intermission.
Yeah. Stretch your legs.
That's because there's heat there.
Just like usher people back inside. After. For people on the stream, I'm going to switch back to the computer, and then we will. Oh no, it's not. Absolutely. Okay. We will watch online. One moment. It should be, yeah, maybe just those ones. Sure, just the gold ones. Oh, yeah. By the way, if anybody didn't know, Mom's in the cookie jar. Yeah, look at yeah. Here we go. Oh, just one moment, waiting for a few more people to sit down. Herding cats.
sun will be shining, and I feel that when it's alright. I know it's right. To you, I'll give the world. To you, I'll never be cold. 'Cause I feel that when I'm with you, it's alright. I know it's right. And the songbirds are singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. And I wish you all the love in the world. But most of all, I wish it for myself. And the songbirds keep singing like they know the score. And I love you, I love you, I love you like never before. Like never before. Like never before. Over the rainbow, bluebird in bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking and singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And the dreams that you dare to, why, oh, why can't I? Follow the sun, and which way the wind blows when this day is done. Breathe in the air, set your intentions, dream with care. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone, a brand new moon and brand new sun. Follow the sun, the direction of the birds, the direction of love.
Thank you, everybody, for sharing your thoughts and stories and being here. We have a few displays, as was pointed out, some of Mom's work. and things that she made for us. And as I said before, she's in the cookie jar if you want to come say goodbye. And lots of refreshments. We also made all of Mom's Christmas baking. So if you guys remember that, the chocolate devils and the Mexican wedding cakes as she called them, and the amaretto balls, we have all those. And we also have the quiches and the bran muffins she used to make. So please help yourself. Feel free to stay as long as you want and share your stories. Thank you. If you're just fine, it would be really nice to open up the curtains and let some light. There's coffee and refreshments, coffee in the back and other refreshments up there.
Thank you, Corey, that was beautiful.
Everybody online, thank you for joining us. I'm going to turn off the streaming now because it's just going to be background noise. So thank you very much. And I will send out a link of the slideshow so that you can watch it again on your own time.